Welcome back to the Booga Box live stream. It's Wednesday night, Small Project Wednesday. Originally, I had planned on doing the welding of the bracelet we did last week, but I still have yet to find my stainless steel shot for the tumbler for it, so it kind of threw off that for tonight. I did have another project planned, but had the band parent meeting last night and got some things finalized for the trip and everything like that, so I needed to do these up. I did have till basically June 1st. They leave on the 2nd. I was like, I still had everything set up to do anodized aluminum. I was working with metals and stuff on the laser, so I was like, I might as well just get these done and up, so I started on those today, and I'm getting close near being done, so I was like, I could put it up, pull out another, pull out the other project and put all this up, and then have to pull it back out to finish it up, and I was like, you know what, we'll just go ahead and do it on a stream tonight. Why not? I mean, it's still kind of chainmail related. This is stuff I do for chainmail, so I guess for the first few little bits here, I'm going to let's see here, what camera was that? No, that one there we go. I'm going to put it on the laser as the main camera for the first few here, and I'll try to make my time more laser related. Now I'll be getting up and down a lot here, and hopefully it's not too loud. We'll see how things go. But this side is only taking a few, so that's kind of nice in a way. I think the exact laser time is like a minute and 10-12 seconds. The other side was at 2 minutes 12 seconds, 2 minutes 8 seconds. So it was taking quite a bit longer for the other side, and this side was going quicker, but I got most of this done in the last 45 minutes or so while I was getting the stream and stuff going, set up, all this stuff I need to do for it. I already had the camera set up over there because I was actually doing video of it. That was one of the other reasons. I was like, well, I'm making these up. I want to do a little video and put it with the kids' stuff. So, I was like, I might as well just go ahead and do it. Like I said, since I couldn't do the other one, do the welding. Well, it's done. So this is what I'll have to keep doing. Grab one, place it. Now, when I did the back side, you'd have to look at the other camera, I guess, but when I did the back side, you can see it, there's a little bit more edging, so it took a little bit longer. But I actually had to set up a jig to do it, and I got that on the wrong one. And I tried doing 6 to begin with, and I didn't like with the way the laser works. When you start getting out from the edge from center, they just not quite as good. And they were still looking okay, good enough, but I was like, so I went down to 4, and I started doing 4 at a time. And I think I was running it roughly almost 15 minutes to do 4 at a time. And I was like, okay, I did probably 3 runs that way, and I decided to go to a single and see how a single would run, how quick a single would do, and it ended up being so much quicker when I started doing the math on it. And I was like, well, kind of sucks because you have to babysit the machine more, but if it's going to do it quicker, I don't know if this camera, we'll flip over in a minute. We'll flip over to the other camera here in a minute, and so I can show the front and back sides of this. The little camera's not going to really show it all that well right now, so this isn't the best camera, but this is the camera I normally use for my headshot. It's the only camera that I really got that I can move around, because I keep saying I wanted to have a movable camera, something I can move around, This one was actually mounted to a magnet and mounted to the grid wall I have sitting here. And I was like, well, I don't want to necessarily do it, but we'll go ahead and try to move it. Plus, I was actually playing with the laser with the camera, trying to see some of the options you can get with having a camera on the laser and getting better placement of your graphic on your items. So, I was kind of playing with that. So, it all just kind of snowballed today, like I said. This is what we're just going to end up doing tonight. I can get all this done tonight, and then I won't actually have to worry about it, and I'll be caught up before the June deadline there. So, but I am doing these free of cost to the kids. Something of my own doing, and I just wanted to kind of, all the kids going on a trip. They've got 49 for sure going, possibly 51. They're trying to work out something for another couple kids. So I'm making up 55 of these. That's enough for all the kids and a few extras. And I can just give them out to them and have some fun. Let's go ahead and move back over here. We'll let the little camera go up in the side if you want to watch the laser. Hey Barb, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. What, snowballed? Oh, nothing. Something I planned on doing, but let me do all these first. These are dog tags that I'm lasering up for the band kids that are going to Chicago on a band trip here in June 2nd through 5th, I believe. At least I hope so, because that's what I put on the tag. But, I kind of wanted to do something up for them, so I'm just going to make these up and donate them to them, all the kids, and let them have some fun, like I said. And I'm using stainless steel rings up here at the top, just to make sure. They're aluminum ball chains, but a little extra sturdy there. I don't want them kind of breaking off at that point, so we'll kind of, like I said, we're going to kind of do one, and then I'll get the laser and move to the next one, and try to get these pumped out here tonight, like I said, and get them done. And I had a little while to get them done, but they weren't being bought, so I could do them at my leisure, but I'd rather just get them done because I got the DVDs to do, and all the videos still to work out, so one less project down. I won't have to be rushing to get this done at some point down the road. Oh, you guys going on a trip? Here you go. I'm done. Quick and easy. Come on, get in there. Alrighty. So, I'm going to try to get one lasered, put one in, get it bagged, and then start the laser again. See how that works. That is, if you can even hear me when my back is facing away from the microphone. Trying to get into a little rhythm. I had a little rhythm going earlier when I was doing the other sides of them, because I was also cutting out my cards. I had to print up some more cards, so I printed up all my cards, cut them out, and then I still have one more that I need to punch. I counted them and recounted them, and it's like, I'm missing one, so I've got one more still to punch and cut. But I print up all my own cards and do all that too, so I've gotten a lot of compliments on my necklace. Cool. Glad you like it. You had my first one ever of that. I now have two more that I've done since then. But that was my first one. Like I said, just kind of seen it. It's like, I like the look of it, so did a couple more. Haven't posted them up on the website or anything yet, so I don't know if I'd sell there, but I haven't had an event yet either, so hopefully here soon enough. What is it? We're in March, right? No, April now. Yeah, my months have gotten lost. So I need to go check on and see if I got accepted into that one. Because I got one I'm looking at for early June, now that I decided not to go on the band trip. But let's go ahead and let me get this last card punctured here. But these little cards, like I said, print these up, cut them out, cardstock, pretty thick stuff, works good for earrings, necklaces, and stuff. Put little ghost punch holes in it so I can punch my holes. Got to get a little closer to see it though. Then I come in with a little pair of scissors and give a little snip to it for my ball chains, and if I have any other chains, a little angle to it, and it keeps them locked in, especially the ball chain, where they're not going to slide around. Once they're in there, they're going to stay there, and the ball chain's not going to start wiggling its way out. Works out pretty good. So, let's see here. What else we got going on? Well, I know if you were with us last Thursday, my son had to go into the hospital. And, need to have some tests done. And he got to come home the next day, which I was a little concerned at first. With everything just going so fast at first. But, he needed to get a biopsy done. And they called him back, was it yesterday? What is today? So it would have been Monday. I called him Monday and said, yeah, we got your biopsy and it's too small. We need to do it again. Ball chains on these are 24 inches. I do have some 36, but I don't have a ton of 36 inches. And I need to get more of them. I used to have more of them, but I do sell them quite a bit. So, but I have them both 24 and 36 in aluminum and stainless steel. Well, I'm giving them away, so you know, stainless steel costs a little bit more in ball chain. So, all right, let's get that laser going again. Howdy, John. Good to see you. Sorry if I missed you. I'm kind of looking around and going different places tonight, so. On to the next laser. Maybe here in a few we'll go back to show the laser on the main screen for a little bit while we're working on things. But yeah, I'll be glad to get this kind of done out of the way. I need to get actually the laser and everything set up to do some wood stuff. I've got all these new wood products, the yo-yos and the trays and all that I need to get tested, get set up. So I need to get into a wood setup. So that's another reason why I wanted to get these done and just out of the way. No worries here, just weaving some mail while the machines are all happy and running. Sweet. You at work, having fun. I don't know about having fun part, but I'm at work, kind of here, but it's kind of fun. Though I wish I was getting paid for this job, would have been nice, but you know, it is what it is. I got other jobs I get paid for, so. Get on in there. Make another spinner ring. Sweet. Those things are freaking cool, man. Eventually. I got I think the wire I need for it. Now I just need to get me a couple blanks and go have some fun. I've got a lot of other blanks coming, or not blanks, but a lot of other things coming in I'm waiting on. Switch over here. I think I only got about 15 of these left to do. 15 on the second side to go now, so we're getting down there. I already had a ring out there, dummy. Yeah, yesterday I was doing some more scales. I need to get some pictures of some more scales and stuff I was doing, so I was still set up for aluminum. Might as well do it. Get her done. Because what do we got going on? Something was going on tomorrow, but currently can't drive our van because we've been having all the radiator issues, and I think we've got that a problem solved. And now all of a sudden, something's going on in the back with the. I'm assuming the brake, because it's the only time it comes when you're driving. You start pushing on the brake. It sounds like, you know, when you've got a brake pad that's gone totally out and you're just metal on metal. It sounds like that. But at different tones at different times. It's kind of odd on that front. But the second front that's even odder is normally you feel that kind of thing in the brake pedal, you know, when you're pushing on the brake and everything. But for some reason, you don't feel a thing. It is very, very strange. So we're going to have that looked at hopefully tomorrow. I don't know what it is, but I drove it last night, and I was like, we are not driving this thing till we get it looked at, because that was freaky. The chair just sounded like Chewbacca. So, yeah, even though it's a little more maintenance to keep going back to it, it ends up being quicker doing one at a time. For at least the dog tags. Scales are a totally different story. I've tested those out and found out there is a point though on the scales, depending on which size scale you're going with. There is a point of being quicker with less. I could go to a different size lens and make it a bigger area, but then I have to go through and get the settings for that and to get it just right. And, you know, I'm pretty happy with the settings that I'm currently having with this right now, using a medium-sized lens, so kind of gives me a little different, I can work with a couple different things. It's, you know, not too big, but not too small either, so. I'll pull the side pins and clean and re-grease them. Well, yeah, I mean, that can't hurt. Breaking things, one of the side pins that started sticking and causing issues. It was a quick fix. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like I've got bent rotors, because you know when you start slowing down, it sounds like metal grinding metal. It doesn't happen every single time, which is the other odd part. And like I said, not feeling it in the pedal at all. I've never had that. Anytime I've had pads starting to get low, or, you know, I've driven cars out where I shouldn't have and should have had them maintenance before that, but that never got this loud and not feel it in the pedal. Yeah, well, that's kind of what it's a single jig right now. I don't have to realign it every time. I can just get it put in and slide it into its space. But like I was saying earlier, it was actually when I was doing. I started with 6, but I didn't like the quality. When I got to the outer edge ones, it just seemed to start fading a little bit once I got out here, because the laser works from a point out, and so the further out you get, the less power you have as you go out. So I didn't like it, so I went down to 4. It was doing 4 great. I liked the quality that was coming out of the 4, but again, it was taking 12 minutes to do 4. And when I started doing a single one, I could do a single one. It was taking like 2 minutes 12 seconds. So I shaved off a couple minutes by doing a single at a time. But like I said, when it comes to, it depends on what you're doing. That's what these dog tags. When I was doing scales, large scales especially, I can do up, my jig I got currently set up for it is 18 without any kind of problem, or loss in quality to the outsides or anything, and it works out pretty well. But I made up a jig for doing 6 of these at a time, and it would work. Now, it could be, again, playing with it now that instead of doing just a single center and doing multiple, finding the right setting. Maybe go up a little bit on the power, up a little bit on the speed, You know, there could be a couple different things to try. You used to have to build jigs for 30 by 30 parts to label lens holders on NVGs. Yeah. Yeah, I have all kinds of different ones that I've made. I've got a couple for my CO2 laser that you know, I can do these kind of things too with, but I needed something new to do with this, and I had to come up with a different style, so I wanting to use a metal style jig, because with these I didn't need to. Actually, I guess I did too. Because on the back, let me show these. I guess I didn't put it up here. That's front. On the back, I made it overrun on the bottom side, the cityscape. So I actually had a little part over here that overran. And if I use my plastic or my wood jigs, it ends up burning or melting the plastic. You start getting all kinds of weird smell from it and all that. So it's better to have a metal jig. So that's what I'm currently working with, some thin metal to make them with, and it's working out okay. I just need to get some more full testing done, but if I need to go that route, but I don't expect to have big giant orders where I need to do a ton at a time, so I don't necessarily need the hugest of anything out there per se. And the other bad part, again, of doing it singly, there is more maintenance of sitting around babysitting it. I guess you're not really sitting around. Especially, like I said, with this front side. These front sides are going so much quicker than the back sides were. It's insane. I almost wish I would have started on the front now. Then I would have regretted it, though. Because I think I would have started lasering up today. I started about 2 o'clock when I started on doing the backs. And, there's times I had to do some other things here and there, and still had a few other graphics, and then, like I said, I was still trying to get ready for tonight and the stream. Oh, I forgot to get my ball chain out. But yeah, I've got 3 pounds of stainless steel shot floating around this house somewhere. Where it currently is, I have no clue. I've looked and looked. There's still a few things after moving all my equipment and everything around. There's still a few things I'm missing, and even odder is the things that are missing are nowhere related and should not be put in the same spot. Shouldn't have been put up in the same spot if they were. So that's a little weird. I'm still trying to figure that one out, but I couldn't find it, so I do have another 2 pounds of stainless steel shot coming in the mail now. I'll probably find it. I'll be doing something else, and I'm going to run right across it, and it's going to be the same day the new stainless steel shot shows up in the mail. I can guarantee it. That is how it will work. That's how it always works. Oh, come on. Open up, bag. Hey, close up there. So hopefully next Wednesday, if I can hold off, and we'll do the welding on that bracelet next Wednesday. Because that was I want to get this done and out of the way so I can actually get the inlay back out. Since it is taking me forever. I ended up having to put it up again yesterday. I was hoping to leave it out while I was doing laser stuff, but I always need a little bit more room. There's never enough room. It will show up when it's past the returnable of the new shot, and that's how it works in my world, yeah. I mean, I don't mind having it. It's not like, you know, I have considered getting another barrel. I've got a single barrel and a double barrel. Normally run one with the walnut shell, run one with stainless steel, and the other one's open depending on what I need it for. Sometimes I don't need any shot in it if I'm doing just kind of basic cleaning. But I can use, you know, shot. That's why I have 3 pounds of it in case I need some more. But I have been considering getting another double barrel. don't need it all the time, but there have been a few times in the past year that it was like, man, I could use another barrel here. So we'll see how that works out. So otherwise, you know, it's not going to hurt to have a little bit more, I guess. I use 6 gelato ice cream containers. Yeah, mine's all, I use my old peanut butter jars. I love eating my peanut butter. So I've got, I don't know, I've got several up here that I just use for some chainmail stuff. Then I've got the stuff I use for a shot. I've got 2 of them currently filled, plus a big old other jug of crushed walnut shell for when I need it. And stainless steel shot in it. That's what's even, you know, makes it nuttier is the other buckets that have my crushed walnut shell nuts. I do have one that I have ceramic in. Ceramic shot. I don't use it for anything chainmail related, but I do use it in my vibrating tumbler at times. That's all together and where it should be, but the stainless steel is just not there. Looks like somebody got hungry and thought it was popcorn and went to town on my stainless steel shop. Larger band like a broccoli bunch, where it works level and add traction for the roller. I've never really had a problem with mine. Mine's got a big old, I don't know, what kind do you use? I've got the Harbor Freight style. I've had no problem with the single barrel one. I've had that thing for, oh God, probably 20 some odd years now. I've had to replace the belt a few times that does the basic spinning, but what spins the actual barrel itself rolls on 2 other pins. It's got these rubber rollers on it that gives great traction. So especially the heavier it is. The more that's in it, the better it seems. And then I bought my double barrel one probably about 8 years ago now. I haven't had no problems with it. I haven't busted a belt on that one yet, though. But yeah, the original one, I've gone through belts. Crazy thing is, when I first originally bought the tumbler, I bought it for the most asinine reason. Let me flip this one out. At the time, like I said, it was 20 some odd years ago. We were living over in Riverside here in Missouri, and I was doing a lot of model cars. So I was doing a lot of painting to model cars and stuff. And I got tired of shaking my paints. So I bought the tumbler so I could take my little enamel paints, little round jars, and I'd rubber band a little foam around it and throw 2 or 3 jars in the tumbler and let the tumbler shake them up for me. My tool tumbler just popped the lid of the factory container and bound up and tore off all the rubber off the... Wow. Yeah, I haven't had any of that kind of a problem with anything, but... Soap and 22 gauge rings everywhere in my shop. Yeah, I've had good luck with my tumbler. I was pretty, Some people bash Harbor Freight stuff, but I've actually gotten some good stuff from them. Not granted, I've gotten a few crap things here and there, but for the most part, I've had good luck with most of their stuff. And wasn't for that, some of the stuff I wouldn't have. Come on, get on there. Hopefully, I haven't even checked over here yet. Are we doing good on the internet? Looks like we're doing pretty good, so. Yeah, consider I've got the vibrating one. I've used it. I normally do use it on I'll use it with the crushed walnut shells and the vibrating one to polish them up all nice and pretty. Those, I like using the round, not the vibrating one, the one we were just talking about, the rotating one. For stainless steel, it does great for that, but if I want to polish up any bright aluminum, I like using the vibrating one better. I bought their woodworking bench, best 150 ever spent there, and my first welder 90 amp wire pet I got from them on sale for $100. Fit from function in my criteria, name brand means little me. Yeah, actually, well, I guess it's not on camera at night. If I had the front facing camera on me, their wooden bench with the little 4 drawers, little vise on the side. That's the one you're talking about. I've got one right behind me. I love that thing. I've had it for quite a while now, and it could be a little bit better, but it was worth every penny I paid for it, that's for sure. Normally, like I said, you can normally see it behind me. It's what the actual laser is sitting on. This laser that I'm changing out now. Sitting on that bench. And my son bought me their not the super cheapy welder from there, but the next almost super cheapy one. But it does the job, I've never been a welder, never really did any welding until I got the thing, so I played around with it. I'd like to get some more metal just to kind of fart around and play with it. With the green liner drawers, yep. Yep. There was something I had to do to my drawers. I remember when I put it together. I can't remember what it was that I had to do to them now right off the bat, but there was something that was wonky with them. And I was like, well, this is silly. And so I kind of modified it a little bit. And I just can't remember because I think that was probably 10 years ago now that I bought that thing. Alright, so. But what else? I've got their chop saw and their table saw. I've had no problem with either of them. I actually used to have a Craftsman table saw that I had for years, and that stupid thing drove me batty. I mean, just every time I wanted to use it, I had to talk to it and be nice to it and caress it to make it work right. Every time, it was like, oh, it drove me nuts. I was so glad to finally get rid of the thing. Could never keep things square on it. I don't know what the hell the deal was with that. But I have not had a problem with keeping anything square or anything with these things that I've gotten. I missed the little thing here. Let me go back up here. Oh, where'd my mouse pointer go? There you are. Used mine to make some crossbow stocks on, and got my buddy back first week. That longer peg clamping system is something I never knew I needed till I had one. Yeah, I remember we used to have those back in old shop class back in high school, and they were freaking awesome. And I never thought about getting them outside of shop class. We had these big square tables there, probably 6x6 square, with all kinds of peg holes on them, so you could adjust it. And now the wooden vices that were on these tables were a lot better than the Harbor Freight table here, but overall, it is very nice to have them. They do come in handy. I didn't use the rollers come with mine. Learned from other woodworkers that they were junk, and then not with the drawers dropping. My grandfather's and my wife's grandfather woodworking hand planes and tools on the floor. Oh yeah, yeah. And it was something to do. It could have been that. Like I said, I don't remember. It was so long ago now. I just did not like it. And so I had to change something up in there. And I was like, I just don't trust it. So rather take care of it when I'm first doing it, when I'm building something new like that. I mean, other than that, though, you know, it's been a good table. I've had no problems with it. Moved it around quite often. Well, I need to start up another one. Got to keep remembering. Almost done, though. We're having a long, where are we at here? 35 minutes, so. Doesn't feel like it's been 35 minutes. But that constant up and back and turning. Now we're down to about 8, I think. I was doing pretty good on the back sides when I was doing those. I was pretty prompt on them. I wasn't having to do any of this. I was working on cutting and hole punching and all that, but wasn't worrying about checking a stream or anything at the time. So I had some little time to get some things done. Plus, like I said, it did take longer. You know, I had about 2:12 to in between laserings to give me some time to part around and get other stuff done. I made a suede leather color, protect my wood and my woodwork I make on it. I have a metal welding table to abuse that I just need to resurface to use. That you need to resurface to use. Yeah, I don't really have anything to cover. I don't normally, if I'm doing any type of gluing and stuff, I normally just set up set up some sawhorses and a big old piece of 4x8 plywood, and do anything like that I need for something like that. Normally I used to use this table for my drill press at one point, my smaller drill press, and now the laser's taken over the area of it, that and the computer that runs all 3 lasers now. And shortly might be hooking up to the 3D printers. I'm unsure yet. I know there's things you can do if you do it that way, but normally I just put it on an SD card, throw it in the 3D printer, say print, and let it go. But that's kind of what I've been doing with the fiber laser today, a little bit, and some yesterday, was playing with it to work at setting up cameras on them so that you can watch them remotely and stuff like that. Help on the laser, help positioning. 3D printer is just nice to have if you got a big old long print that you can remotely watch it, because I hate leaving laser or 3D printer running unattended. Very seldom do I, and certain things for sure I just don't. It's like, okay, I'm waiting until you're done, we'll take a break, then I'll go do what I need to do, and we'll come back and sit for the next 40 minutes and watch you not burn down the house. I need to get a second job so I can afford myself a laser. I'm going to start another one. Get them done, then I want to keep flipping around back here, I guess. Well, and earlier I was doing a lot more standing while they were working without the chair in the way. I was going back and forth, but if I stand here, when I'm standing at the bench, I end up blocking this camera. I was trying to record earlier and found out that when I'm standing there, my head's leaning over just enough where all you get is the back of my head while I'm doing stuff. So I found I have to sit for sure if I'm going to do anything on the camera at the bench. You can get you some pretty decent smaller lasers to have some fun with, depending on what you're looking at, what you're wanting to do. If you want to get crazy, yeah, you go fiber. But if you just want to do some wood stuff, slate, some powder coating. I hear that the newer ones that have a little more power can do some anodized aluminum, but I've had a couple different diode lasers. I've never had any good luck with anodized aluminum. But get a diode laser. They're fairly cheap. Find them on sale. you can do a lot of cool stuff with it, with one of those. You can do basically any kind of wood that'll fit under it. I like doing the slate tiles more on the CO2 laser. I will say that they're more. The CO2 is quicker. I will, it is just quicker. But I've done some powder coating, powder coated tumblers on the diode laser. Again, it takes a lot longer. And again, I like the CO2 to do that. It's just quicker and a little easier. But diode lasers, I'm trying to think, I think they're about $250 for some of the like 30-40 watt diode lasers. They say 30-40 watt, output's only about 5-6 watt altogether, but they are fun to play with, and most of them are compatible. Now you'd have to buy Lightburn too, but Lightburn is so much better than the software that comes with most of those things. So many more things I've been able to do with the diode laser since using Lightburn compared to the software that came with it. I want to make metal making coin dies, make embossed riveted mail. Cool. That is something I'm supposed to be able to do. Oh, did I forget to push start? It's like I don't hear their noise behind me. I just don't know about how to get the metal right and heat treat it afterwards and everything like that. But it is something that I can do. I've made some relief coins already. Alright. Nope, I don't have it over here with me. I've got a couple coins that I've done, and they're kind of relieved, and I want to do the same thing in some type of steel. But again, I need to find out and learn what I need to do to heat treat them and everything like that once I got done doing it to make them viable as using as a stamp. I've seen all the ones a while back that TRL was having, and you can get them made from there. And it's like, well, now I can make my own once I find out how. But I've etched into, deep carved into copper, brass, what was that, chromium or something weird thing like that. And I've played around with a ton of aluminum sheet that I've had sitting around, and all the scales, and I've got a few stainless steel sheets that I've had that I've played around with. I can get a little bit of color out of it, actually. Not like they have another one out there. I heat treat them all and have some local companies that send them off out to scientifically temper them precisely. Yeah, I guess that'd probably be the way to do it, because I don't have no idea. I'm figuring out how to just get the first part done, the laser start, the laser part. You quite back far enough in there, did I? Alright, well, you gotta go to the side. What the heck did you hit? Must have been me. When I let go and slid off, I get a little shifted. That's not bad, though. It's the only one I've had that's shifted one little bit on me. You can see how it's on one edge, so it'll go in the pile. Other than that, I mean, it's still good. I did, I'll have to go through and re-etch those up, but I had two others when I was doing the backside. One got changed from the lightness. I hit the height adjustment, and so I adjusted the laser up, so it changed as it was etching. Tried to fix it with a comeback on it. It's okay. So I put it in a halfway decent pile. So this one will go in there too, and there'll be extras that they can have that, if a kid loses one. It's not the perfect one, but, I won't toss it. It's still decent, so. And they're free, so. Your last one looked kicked out, but I knew you would not be able to stop it in time with delay. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't notice it at first. And that'll happen from time to time, so, you know. I've had it, I mean, maybe, you know, half a dozen times. Yeah, much better. Oh, this chair, I need to freaking oil you up, man. You're driving me bonkers. Been doing it for like half a year now, and I still haven't oiled this stupid thing. It just gets worse and worse. Now, where did I just put that thing? Oh, yeah, I put it over in the pile already. Make sure I didn't get it mixed in with these. Yeah, and that's the one of the other things too. If you do multiples, you better be sure everything's right, because if you get a little screw up, you're going to end up screwing up the whole batch. So there is its plus and minuses, because I did have one. Now, granted, luckily I loaded up the 18 scale template that I had. I was only running at 6 scales in it at the time, which was good because I forgot to center, and I went to print it, and they were all off by about a quarter inch down and to the left, or to the right. And I was like, well, there's six scales down. So you have less of a problem when you do them just singly. If you do have a screw up, at least it's only one. Again, it will depend on what I'm doing, because like when I did oh, chair, stop. Normally it doesn't after I stood in it. When I was doing Peg's order, I was doing hers at I did her 6 at a time. Worked out great, had no problem doing it. I probably could have gone for more, but again, that was still, I was only about halfway done with the testing of that size scale that she wanted to do them in, so. Alright, I'm going to probably have to get out some more chain, ball chain, before I get done. Wasn't sure, I didn't count them, I just opened the bag and pulled out a handful. I'm like, that'll do for now. Where are we at anyway? 48 minutes. I don't know, I guess it's just because I keep getting up and down and moving around that tonight seems to be going super fast. Most nights it already kind of seems that way, but quicker I get this done, like I said, I really am. I'm getting me in some time tomorrow. Minimum of 2 hours, hopefully, on the inlay, because I just have again got nothing on it this week again, and it's just driving me nuts. I'm so ready to get it done. And then I thought, you know, I've talked about it before about not doing the time lapse for the next one, but then I'm like, I'm going to do a time lapse because I know what'll happen. I'll regret not doing it. And I don't, you know, I'd rather just go ahead and do it how I've been doing it so that I don't regret not doing it. It would make it easier, I do think, but 2 more to go, and then the laser etching section will be done. I'll give the laser a little break. She's been busy today. Well, and yesterday. Forgot I ran her yesterday for multiple hours too. I think she got in about 6 hours yesterday, and started at 2 today. For the most part, going straight. There was a couple, 20 minutes when I went to eat. A few times here and there when I had to go to the bathroom type thing, but for the most part, it's been going since 2 my time, so about another good 6 hours today. Oh, come on, ring. Friday, I know I've got a minimum of 4 hours of just in testing I want to do Friday. And I think it was only about an hour of work to do on an order. So that'll make it nice. But what was coming up Friday? I know tomorrow's Thursday. Son will be coming home. Saturday, we got the grandbaby's 1-year birthday party. God, I could have swore last Friday was the concert. I know there was something. Oh, we got to go get our taxes taken care of too. Maybe that's what. Oh, we can't with the car broke down. Well, not broke down, but I mean, I got the oldest daughter. She can always come. I got my mom. She lives next by. She's only like 5 miles away. Could, get that, but last one. So that what time? So it took me 50 minutes into the stream. Probably would have been done about 15 minutes sooner if I wasn't streaming and constantly on the changing of them, having them on the ready. But it's all good. We're just having fun, hanging out, farting around. But I will have to, I guess that'll take me down to 54, which is still plenty enough. It's like I might have to make up one more since I had the one screw up, but minimum I want is 53. That's enough for the maximum amount of kids that would be going, which is 51, plus 2 directors. So any over 53 I'm good with. If this was a regular order, I normally sell double-sided tags like this for $10. So this would be a $500 order. Wouldn't that be nice? But, it is for the band that it helps. It's not going to happen. I don't make any money off the tumblers that we sell, and I could be. That would be a big old seller too. I just want to help them out so they can do what they need to do. I need to get a little box to put all these in. I forgot to get something out to put them in. They're going to start overtaking the table. I guess you can't really see them in the camera very well. Well, that was the last one. Let me get all out of the jiggy. I'm going to go ahead and power off the laser head at least, and then we power on the unit. But take off the power to the laser head. So I guess that camera will be a little pointless right now, since I guess it almost lasted the hour. Would have been a lot quicker if I was on it all the time, but now I can start plowing through these. These were taking a little bit of time, having to keep getting up all the time to change it out. It was much easier earlier when I was standing and just punching holes and spinning around. I almost wish these tables were a little bit closer together, but in a way I'm glad they're not. If they were, I'd be wishing they were further apart. That's how everything is. You do it one way, it's like, oh, I wish this. The grass is not greener. Hopefully I'm still in camera view. I know I'm shifted sideways because I did put my chair over to the side a little bit tonight because I knew I'd be spinning around a lot going and checking that. So I don't know where Buzz went. He was bugging me there. Every time I get up, spin around, he wanted to jump in the chair. He kept finding a foot blocker. He'd get ready to go thinking about it, and there'd be a foot in his face. Why am I staring at a shoe? No, because you're not jumping up in my chair. Because if he did, he'd make an immediate bolt up to here and just flop over everything. I don't feel like cleaning up a bunch of fur tonight off you, cat. So yeah, these will be easy enough to finish up tonight and get them boxed and out of the way. That'll be good. Good. I did this, what was it? Would have been 4, 5 years ago for my youngest, her senior year when they went on their trip. They actually went to Chicago too. Now they just played at the museum. Tonka here, they're going to actually go play at a competition. But I did dog tags for the band that went for my daughter's class. And I will say, I'm not done with this yet, but last time I did CO2 with them, and CO2 laser can be done with the anodized aluminum with enough power and enough time. It took a lot longer. I literally, for 8 hours a day for about 5 days, was working on their dog tags. Each dog tag, basically, let's see here, without any changeover time, let's add in a little bit of changeover time to flip a tag. Roughly each tag's taking me about 5 minutes, just under 5 minutes to laser etch. Now, and the other way I was doing it was taking me 20 minutes per tag. So the time difference compared to the way I did the other ones is tremendous. Because I didn't think I'd ever do any more dog tags in bulk like that again. I'd doing them small. You know, I've got a guy that he gets, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 different laser etched tag scales, something every couple months it seems like. And you know, so I was still selling them, but I didn't want to put them up on the website sell just because they took so long to do. It wasn't worth the money invested to do it. Now it is. So that's why eventually all these things will be up on the website for sale. So. It's another night of me not being able to talk. Yeah, yesterday we had it was like 84, 85 out yesterday. It was a high. We had a storm move through around midnight, 1 o'clock this morning. And cool weather behind it. It started dropping down in temperatures. And then it was about, oh, excuse me, it was about 2, 3 o'clock this afternoon. We're still getting cooler and cooler and cooler. And then we started snowing. Luckily, I mean, it wasn't so cold as snow. It wasn't cold enough to keep it sticking. It was melting, and it didn't do it for very long. And then that was at 2:30, 3 o'clock. It was cloudy. There was some snow coming down, not really sticking. And then at 4:45, I went outside again, taking out some trash. And it's gotten colder, but it's now sunny. I was like, this weather. I think that's what's been messing with me today since yesterday. You have such a big swing in the weather temperature like that, always messes with my head, man. So like I'm good with 30-degree swings, 40-degree swings, but basically we went from 84 to 32 in under 24 hours. That's just like, my body's like, screw you. The old joints. Maybe that's why I was having back pain. I don't know. I always kind of, you know, when you're younger, you kind of make fun of it getting older. But, well, I tell you, I've said it before, but Something about this past year, I just feel like I've aged like 5 years compared to the years before. Every day it's something new. I mean, up in the 40s, it was like the occasional, okay, this month the arm hurts a little bit. You have a few days of 2 or 3 days of pain in an arm or a leg or something then you get 3 weeks off, and next month you got a little more pain, and it's like daily now. It's like, what in the world, man? I go back to having the monthly pain, not this daily changing up. And weird pains. Well, I'm getting weird muscle pains that I've never had before in odd places. Just feels weird. Like, I don't need to get any older now. And then as you get older, you start seeing everybody, well, I mean, they're all celebrities and stuff, but I still know a lot of friends that are my age that have already passed. It's like, man, it's too crazy. I'm getting up there. Something you never really think about in your 30s. Kind of ponder it, I think, in the 40s, going, yeah, life. Now the 50s, it's like, yeah, I mean, I could get me, 10, 20 more years maybe, but, I could have 10, 20 more hours. Who the hell knows anymore? Alright. And where are we at here? Oh, we're over our hour. Sweet. I'm going to keep going for just a little bit, though. I hope you don't mind. I'm just kind of plugging away here, so... I do want to thank everybody again, though, for dropping in, checking us out, see what's going on. It's nice to have people do that if you're watching us live or if you're watching us later. I know there are people that have done that and still do that, so I do appreciate it. Don't forget to give us a like, a thumbs up, a heart, whatever you feel comfortable with. Don't forget to follow us if you're not following us. You can find us on Twitch, YouTube, and where are we on? Facebook. Yeah, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. I almost forgot. Ooh, boy, cat opened the door. Got cold. But I do appreciate it. Follow us on any of those. Don't forget to subscribe on there. Looking to get to 500. I've gotten actually picked up since yesterday. I posted the tic-tac-toe board yesterday, and I picked up 5 new likes since yesterday. Followers to the page. So slowly getting there. I want to get up to that 500 mark. And like I said, if you ever want to see anything, you got any questions or anything like that, just drop me a line. More than happy to play around, help out, do what I can. Tonight is Wednesday, so tomorrow's Thursday. It'll be large project night. Work on the Chiefs end zone inlay. And I really hope I can get me in a couple hours in tomorrow before streaming. I have a plan, but unlike the A-Team, my plans never come together. It's always, the plan didn't fall apart as I was expecting, but it still fell apart. That's more how mine work. I'm more of, the G or H team, maybe the I. But, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow again. It's always Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. Occasional other times. Haven't done so lately, but there, you never know. There might be a surprise one on occasion here and there. So, we'll go ahead and do one more here, and then we'll probably go ahead and close her up for the night. Give me a little bit of time before... Oh, I need to put a link into mail work. Whitney black tie, one work, perfect, first try, makes 5 of them today. Sweet. It's always nice when a plan comes together. I will say, on occasion a plan comes together, but it's normally like, okay, I need to go clean the kitchen, I need to do this. That's when my plans come together. Not when I need it, Okay, I want to do some chainmail, some laser work. Never come together that way. But yeah, what does that leave us here? About 22 left to package up, and then we will be done. So we made some pretty good progress. I'm glad I kind of ended up going this way tonight, to be honest with you. I would have had to put all this up. Would have still had another hour, 40 minutes of lasering to do, and that's not counting the time to get it all back out to go. So I do thank you all that joined us, and hoping for chainmail and got something different, but we're still here just kind of hang out and have some fun. That's more what I like to do. So more frustrating when you have to take it apart when you do it right. That is true too. I will say that does suck. So again, I do want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. I appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow night. We'll be only with one camera tomorrow night because we'll be doing the inlay for the time lapse. So hope you all have a good night tonight, and we will see you back here tomorrow. Peace.